Hola. A ver, voy a ir abriendo Cabernet. Vamos a continuar, que ayer tuve que dejarlo en un momento como interesante. Y vamos a ver. Buenas tardes. Vale, vamos a ver. Las clases de canto, bien. ¿Y quién es mi crush? ¿Tengo un crush? A ver. Estoy enamorada de la vida. En verdad no. Tengo un crush permanente, pero él no va a las clases de canto. Anda. Puedo entrar por la ventana.
This must be Anastasia. I should come up and introduce myself. Good sermon today?
Se llama Anastasia y es rubia y guapa. Se parece a una amiga mía.
More or less the same one as always. But then again, people don't usually go to the church expecting plot twists.
Well, at least it's good enough for someone to come more than once.
I suppose that's true. Forgive me. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. Are you new in town?
I arrived just a couple days ago.
Oh, in that case, let me welcome you to the town. My husband and I are relatively new here ourselves. My name is Anastasia, by the way. I teach at the quaint little music school down the road.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Lisa. I work as an apprentice under the doctor.
En verdad canta muy bien, ¿eh? Pero
The church choir here sounds
Pero no va a las
formidable.
clases de canto ahora mismo.
The tenor in particular is something else.
Y tampoco sabéis cómo se llama.
Doesn't it?
I must admit, I didn't expect to hear something like that in such a small town.
I couldn't agree more. You have quite an ear for music.
De hecho, no. Anastasia aquí se pareces a una amiga, no a mi crush. Y Anastasia sí que va a clases de canto.
You sound surprised. Do I give off such a bad impression?
Oh no, it's just that I rarely meet anyone I have a lot in common with around here.
A music teacher? That must be so rewarding.
It's true. When I see a spark of passion in a student, especially a child, it does make my day. Do you play an instrument yourself?
I used to play fiddle when I was little. Not anymore.
Ah, that's a real shame. But trust me, it's never too late to pick up an instrument again.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
I'm sorry, it's time for me to head home. My husband is waiting. But perhaps you'd like to keep me company on the way back.
Who would refuse a stroll on such a nice summer evening?
The tenor that you so precisely placed
Demasiada información,
belongs to Father Mikhail. Father Mikhail has a true gift. His voice is unbelievable. I find it very difficult to listen when he speaks, or agree with anything he says. But when he sings, I just can't help myself.
It is frustrating when you can't deny the talent in a person you don't admire.
Isn't that the truth? So, are you planning to come visit the church yourself?
Definitely. I used to love the one back in my hometown. It was much smaller than the one here, but I still remember how huge it seemed when I was younger. I miss it.
Well, that's just lovely. It will be nice to see a friendly face in there. If I'm completely honest with you, the lights are off.
Is something wrong?
Nothing really. My husband. I don't think he's home yet.
Ay, muchas gracias por lo de la versión. La verdad es que es una versión que se hizo con mucho cariño para hacer como un pequeño homenaje a una persona muy querida que falleció y a la que le gustaba mucho esa canción, que de hecho es una de las últimas canciones que escuchó en vida, y por eso hicimos esa versión. Muchas gracias.
Wow. It was such a pleasure to meet you, Lisa. Would you stop by my school when you have a moment? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And who knows, perhaps we can revive some of your old music skills. That never goes away, you know. Not fully.
Of course. I would like nothing more.
Splendid! We are open from Wednesdays to Saturdays.
I'll make sure to drop by. Have a good night, Anastasia.
Good night, Lisa.
The scales of stability, the symbol of our country. How patriotic. Locked. I should try again earlier in the day.
Sí, es triste y bonito a la vez.
Get away from me!
Uy, va, que me han visto. Creo que voy a terminar usando eso en algún momento.
The lights are on. Someone must be at home. Locked. The lights are on. Someone must be at...
Pero no me dejan entrar.
Locked.
Pues se ponen como a... O sea, les parece raro ver un murciélago. Yo creo que lo ideal es que no te pillen.
What can I do for you tonight? Glad to be of service.
Good girl, Marta.
That she is.
Uy, va. En verdad yo no quería irme. ¿Por qué me voy?
Going home? Glad to be of service.
A ver. No, me tengo que ir a mi puta casa. Que si no... Me llega el alba y me... Vaya manera de perder el tiempo. Ya, me van a echar una bronca por no cumplir mis misiones. Uy, va. No, esta no es mi casa. ¿Cuál es mi casa? No sé encontrar mi casa, me voy a morir. Ah, mi casa es esta.
Too bad I can't see. I wonder.
No me queda más remedio que terminar el día.
Mama? What's wrong, Lisa? Why aren't you asleep? I can't. Would you sing me the lullaby, please? Oh, all right. Let me tuck you back in. Now close your eyes and listen. Hush now, the sun's gone
Bonito.
to sleep. Close your eyes, rest now in peace. In the morn you'll awake and the darkness will flee, and the light will await you and me, await you and me. You sing so well, Mommy. Do you think I'll be able to sing like you when I grow up? You can do anything you put your mind to when you grow up. Anything at all. Ooh, really? I hope everyone will
Yo
like it
tengo
when I
las
sing
mismas
too.
preocupaciones sobre este tema que esta niña.
Of course they will, my sunshine. Now, rest your little eyes. Good night, Mommy. Sweet dreams, my darling.
Lisa. Lisa.
What? What's going on? Why is the window open?
Your soul is mine.
Una vela.
Who is this? Where are
Ay,
you?
qué mal rollo. Ay, qué mal rollo.
Ah! Damn candle.
Hijo de puta. Me va a cambiar delante de él.
Hussar? What are you doing here?
I got you, didn't I?
Was this all a prank? You didn't get me. After all the nonsense I've seen, it takes more than a floating candle to scare me.
Looks like someone is a sore loser.
How did you manage to do all this?
Well, I already had your warm invitation, so I helped myself to your room. And then I turned invisible for a hilarious prank.
Turn invisible. We can do that?
Me voy.
Uh-huh.
Tendría que decirle a este me
Tell
voy.
you.
I think I'd remember it if you did.
Could have sworn I told you. Want to try it now? Just hold your breath and relax. There you go. Where's Lisa?
You really can't see me?
I cannot. Otherwise, you wouldn't be invisible.
¿Cómo mola? Me puedo volver invisible.
Oh, now that I think about it, that could have been another hilarious jape. Lord only knows what you would be up to thinking you're invisible. What a missed opportunity. Ah!
Now that's a funny jape.
That's just immature. Be careful with this ability. You can only stay invisible for so long before your power starts draining. You have to remember to take breaks in between. Now that we've all had our fun, how are things going with the happy couple?
I met Anastasia and got to know her a little bit.
She sounds like a nice broad. I thought you two might hit it off. Do you think this is who you will use to get the...
Not sure yet. Maybe it's worth talking to them both some more. I met Evgeny and got to know him a little.
Charming fellow, huh? I'm sure you two will hit it off.
A mí no me gusta usar. O sea, yo sospecho de él todo el tiempo.
Do you think this is who you will use to get the invitation?
Not sure yet. Maybe it's worth talking to them both some more.
Vale,
I'm
no,
at
que
a
tengo que
guinea
decirle que
got
sí.
Charming.
Vale.
Do you think...
I don't see why not. We seem to get along.
Obviously, it doesn't really matter to the Countess who you choose, as long as you get that invitation. And on a personal note, though, it may not always be better to pick who you like more.
How so?
When it comes to the hunt, it's those who you get close to that get hurt. Just something to consider.
I haven't thought this far ahead. Thanks for the tip, Hussar.
Just something to consider. Anyhow... I suppose my job here is done.
Job? I'm sorry, do they pay you to play tricks on people?
I never thought about it this way. Maybe my line of work isn't so bad. Good luck with the invitation. I'll be rooting for you. Kind of.
I should remember to pick up Faina's results from the doctor's lab today.
What can I do for you?
What should I work on today? All right, let's take a look at the results. Huh. It appears she could have rheumatic fever. Rather unusual for her age.
Hola, Panda Kawaii. Pues es un juego que trata de una chica que es esta, que es la protagonista, que se ha convertido, o sea, en vampiro. Ella muere y se despierta como un vampiro. Al principio no sabe qué es lo que le pasa y como que va averiguándolo y poco a poco pues se va metiendo en una sociedad vampírica que hay en esta Europa del Este del siglo XIX. Es así como un juego un poco gótico de novela gráfica, RPG. A mí me está gustando. Es nuevo, ha salido hace muy poco y la demo está gratis en Steam.
I should pay her a visit. What should I work on today?
A ver si le puedo...
Lizaveta?
Dr. Volkov,
Ah, tengo una... Vale. Voy a ir a ver a Arvan, a ver si me invita a beber. Tengo que beber sangre porque estoy muy mal. A ver si tengo correo.
no mail for me this time. Well, the invitation is received. For
Pues si lo pruebas me cuentas qué tal.
Lisa, good to speak with you. Have you been well?
as well as can be expected.
A very diplomatic answer, lovely. Would you like to share more over a drink? On the house, of course.
By drink, Do you mean?
Up to you. I do pride myself on my Cabernet, but we have plenty of other options.
A Cabernet then, please.
Of course. Anything in particular you'd like to toast to?
To friendship.
Indeed. To friendship. Now then, have you been settling in well? Is the doctor treating you properly?
Indeed, he is.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. Siring comes with such responsibility. I worry sometimes people forget that. And with your entrance at the party. Still, if you ever need advice or a sympathetic ear, you can always come to me.
Thank you. I will.
Oh, another customer. Quite busy in the salon today. Not that I'm complaining. Apologies, Lisa. Best for us to have a proper chat another night when it's a little quieter. Is that...
Of course, I understand. I'll see you around.
Joder, pues no me ha dado casi nada de beber. ¿Quién es esta?
Lisaveta.
Arben's clearly a worldly woman. I wonder what brings her to this town. I'll have to ask her next time.
No me va a dejar hablar con ella ahora otra vez. No.
The community board. Politics, local events. This place sure looks grimy. Wait a second. I can sense he isn't human. Could it be that a vampire is working here?
What can I do you for?
Excuse me. Not sure how to phrase it exactly.
Yes, yes. I am what you think I am. Name's Jurgis.
I'm Lisa.
Pleasure. If you're ever in need of Cabernet, let me know. It's actually affordable here. What can I do you for?
I'd like to play some cards.
Me quedé sin
Yes?
dinero.
How do you know my name?
Let me just say I take pride. So, what can I do for you today? Would you like a sweet pint of lager? Or perhaps a cheeky game of card? One more thing. If you ever are in need of a few odd coins, come talk with me. I always have a job for bright people with a keen mind. To what do I owe the... Have the most...
No, ese también me cae mal. A ver, a mí la mayoría de gente aquí me cae mal, ¿eh? No te vayas a pensar.
give up, Marusa.
I still can't get through the etude. My fingers just slip as if the strings were covered with butter.
It's a hard piece. In a week, practice makes perfect. Cheer up, sweetie. Go and get some fresh air. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Good night, Madam Skvortsova. Thank you. Evening.
Tough lesson.
Marusa's such a talented student. She just doesn't have the same advantages some other children do. Only she had an instrument to practice at home.
Is there anything we can do to help?
You are such a kind soul, Lisa. I am actually trying to raise a little money. I put a little something there whenever I can. But times haven't been exactly easy lately.
How much do you still need to collect for Marusa's violin?
Those aren't cheap. I think I can get her a decent one for 15 more coins. We'll get there at some point. I'm so happy you stopped by. So, how do you like it here?
It's such a cozy little place. I wish I could have went to a
Yo no
school
tengo
like
monedas
this
ni para
when I
comprar
was growing up.
Cabernet y beber y no morirme.
You mentioned you used to play the violin yourself.
Yes, when I was younger, but that was all so long ago.
Oh, I don't believe that for a sec.
I did always dream of learning to play the piano, though.
Is that a fact?
My mother used to be very good. I loved listening to her and imagining I'd play just as well. But then we ended up selling it.
What a shame. Why don't we fix this injustice?
Sure, why not? That's very kind of you.
Come, take us. There you go. Slow and steady. You have the fingers of a true pianist. So long and thin. Learning from errors is just as important as playing correctly. What did I say, huh? I knew it. I can see talent a mile away.
You're just a great teacher, that's all.
You must come back for more. We'll make you the next big thing. Just wait and see.
Thank you for the encouragement. You're quite a gifted teacher. Where?
Back in my hometown, where I lived before I met Evgeny, all I dreamt about was becoming a professional pianist.
Is that so?
I was doing rather well too. Performing at decent venues, getting noticed, but then we moved here. I was supposed to help Evgeny's career, renew his creativity. That was, of course, before he... Never mind that. I am here now.
What happened with Evgeny? You can trust me. I won't tell.
Thank you, Lisa.
La verdad es que el Evgeny tiene tela, o sea, entre que es alcohólico, apuesta su propio libro y está todo el rato en bloqueo del escritor, no me
Truth is
extraña
hardly
que...
a secret. Evgeny started drinking soon after we moved to this godforsaken town. I mean, he always drank. Ever since I met him, really. But then, besides, he's a poet, you know. Artistic nature, people said. Let him be. But it has been getting worse and worse. Now every other night he isn't home.
I don't know if my father is a drunk. He started when my brother and I were very young, and it hasn't been easy for us. If you need help or a shoulder to cry on.
Thank you so much, Lisa. I'll make sure to remember. It's getting late. I shouldn't... Besides, you've heard enough from me for weeks.
Oh, don't be silly. Would you like me to walk you home again?
Not today, thank you. I'm not quite ready to come back yet. I think I will just practice here a little more.
Of course. I'll give you some privacy.
Lisa, before you go, would you please come over for dinner sometime? I'd love to chat some more. Besides, it would be nice to get you acquainted with my husband.
It would be my absolute pleasure. I'll make sure to drop by.
Delightful. Stop by our house anytime. If you see the light, it means we're home. I'll make sure to cook us something nice. Good night, Lisa.
Good night. What an interesting... You can see how much effort Anastasia puts into her work.
Pues no puedo. Hostia, pero puedo ser un murciélago invisible.
Good evening. How are you feeling, Faina?
I'm all right, dear, thank you. Just feeling a little weary today.
I actually came to talk with you about the test results.
Oh?
I believe you may have rheumatic fever. It's much more commonly found in children, so this would be a rather rare case.
Well, people always tell me that I am still a child at heart. Perhaps they are more right about it. Is this something I should be concerned?
If it is what I think it is, well, with the right treatment, we should be able to fix you in no time. I am glad we caught it at this stage, though. Otherwise, here is something to help with the inflammation. Take it regularly, and you should feel better soon enough.
Thank you, little dove. What a lucky crone I am to have an angel like you next to... Don't be shy, dear. You deserve it. Smart as a whip, pretty as a picture. If you stay true to your heart, I can just tell you will go far. This town needs someone like you.
Thank you. Would you like some help with the plants?
How sweet of you to offer. Taking that will be my... Oh, that's just a silly... Every day, no matter how small, helped out a stranger with directions. Feeding the plants will
Qué
do.
mujer más maja.
Boy, that sounds tough.
You'd think so. And that's the great thing about it. Well, off you go.
Good night, Faina.
Hola, twins. Pues aquí vamos, intentando adaptarme a la vida vampírica, pero como veis en mi copa de sangre vacía no me va muy bien, porque es que no he conseguido alimentarme todavía.
There's something else I must attend to today instead.
No me dejan irme.
Hope all is well.
No, esto tampoco me deja. Pues nada. O sea, es que no... Yo me quiero alimentar, pero no me dejan. No me dejan alimentarme. no me dejan robar. No tengo dinero porque lo perdí apostando a las cartas, así que no puedo comprar sangre. Estoy muy mal, creo que me voy a beber el vial de emergencia. A ver, es que no tengo ni pa... Espérate, me tengo que poner el otro vestido, por si acaso. Por si acaso tengo que hablar de literatura con el otro.
Can't put a cloth on this one.
Si es que tampoco me han dejado, digo, me voy a transformar aquí. No me dejan. No te puedes transformar aquí, me dicen. Llamarías la atención. Y es como, ¿y cómo alimento sin llamar la atención? Aún no me han enseñado cómo hechizar a la gente. Me voy a tener que tomar el vial. Ahí tengo para 2 días. Me da que no tengo más remedio que ir a hacer la misión aquella de la tipa esta. A ver, vamos para allá. Ya me han invitado los dos a su casa. Uy, una librería, a lo mejor aquí encuentro algo interesante. A ver si alguien me da sangre. Nadie me va.
Locked.
Está cerrado. Bueno, pues nada, cerrado. A ver.
The lights are off outside. It's too early for Evgeny and Anastasia to sleep. They must be out. Locked. It's dark inside.
Mira, se han dejado una ventana abierta.
That's Evgeny and Savelli in the Skortsov family photo. They seem close. Locked. There's last month's news.
Vamos, que todos aquí están corruptos, como veis. Sí, lo de ser un murciélago mola un montón. Y también me puedo hacer invisible. Pero aún así, no he conseguido beber. O sea...
Peculiar.
Otro trozo de cuadro, por fin. 5:21.
What's this for? People don't always smile for these pictures, but they must have been happy at the time. Glinka, Chopin, Bach. She really does have wonderful taste in music. Must have been next to impossible to get these cylinders. People don't always... They must...
Los documentos estos no me sale que se puedan coger. A ver...
Huh. With a house like this, I imagined Anastasia owning a larger dress collection. Although she certainly has good taste. One of the outfits here is...
Le robo el vestido.
She can afford a new one.
Le robo el vestido. Los demás son unos papanatas. No, hombre, no. Pero sí, es verdad, faltaba ahí. O sea, mira que menuda colección de vinilos, ¿eh?
So that...
A ver aquí, ¿qué hay?
This must be Evgeny's study. Honestly, it looks exactly how I imagined it. A lot of thrown away scribbles. Seems like he's been working on the same poem for a while, called The Curse. Most of these have barely anything. Seems like he hated every idea he had from the very... This must be the result of...
Este tío no hace más que beber.
These are Evgeny's personal letters. Interesting. Seems like Evgeny has a pen.
Le está poniendo los cuernos a
Her name
Anastasia.
is Ksenia. It started a few months ago when she wrote about admiring his work, and... Good to know.
What the hell? I swear.
They're back.
And how much exactly do you owe them?
I owe what I owe. No need to go into details.
Funny. And I'd say it's prime time we get into them. We are broke,
Y yo le robo
Evgeny.
el vestido y pobrecita.
We can't afford these habits any longer.
Thanks to Uncle, we live in a grand house for pennies.
Oh no.
We'll get by, Anastasia.
I don't want to get by, Evgeny. I want a normal life with a normal husband. I meant...
That's it. I don't want to hear another word of this.
Have you been drinking?
La respuesta a esa pregunta es
again?
sí. Es que no tienes ni por qué hacérsela. Esta persona no hace más que beber.
Don't lie to me, Evgeny. You're drunk. Every day this week you have been drinking.
I am not drunk. I just had one glass.
Mentira,
That's it.
o sea.
I can't take this circus any longer. I need to get some air.
Where do you think you're going?
I feel so weak and hungry.
No me puedo ir por la ventana. De verdad me tengo que alimentar del otro para sobrevivir. ¿Y cómo?
Author's copies of Evgeny's poetry book, Dead Winter. Maybe I should give it a read at some point. Evgeny has enough of those anyway. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
No hago más que robar. Que me alimente del borracho, tú.
A secret panel under the floorboard. Clever. There's an envelope with a City Hall seal. This must be what the Countess is looking for. Hold on a second. 50 coins. Maybe they won't even notice.
Hola, Talamasca Gamer.
I'm starving. If I don't eat now, I just know. There he is. His skin looks so beautiful in the moonlight. I can smell his flesh from...
No puede ser. Hola, Talamasca Gamer. Saludos para ti. Llegas en un momento en el
I
que...
need to taste him. I think... Should I come over? Evgeny?
Lisa? What are you doing here?
This seems to be a bad moment, but I came to talk with you about your book.
The book? I completely forgot about it. Perhaps it's because I despise it. No, despise myself so much in this moment. How insignificant and inconsequential I am. How much harm I cause to the ones who love me.
Is there some way I can help?
Nothing can ease these self-imposed burdens of the mind.
But maybe I can tune the...
How might one do?
There's this song my mother used to sing sometimes when I was falling asleep. I remember how much it helped me with. Would you like me to sing it for you?
Please.
Ahora, por fin.
Hush, love, the sun's gone
Por
to
fin.
sleep.
Sí, lo gracioso es que él no es un vampiro, pero se parece a Edward Cullen, ¿a que sí?
Close your eyes, rest now in peace. Evgeny? No response. Truthfully, I meant no harm, but I have to use this opportunity.
Good Lord. Lisa? What have you done to my husband?
That's not how this was supposed to go. And the light will...
What are you doing? Is this... Help! Somebody help!
I'm not a petty man, but I think it's safe to say you owe me one.
Pues me va a tener que caer bien al final Hussar.
Don't you need an invitation to come here?
Only inside the house. Gardens don't count. People have this weird notion that they can own the land itself. I guess
Qué fuerte.
nature doesn't feel that way.
I was trying to use enchantment, but
They must not have liked you enough for you to charm them.
how were you able to do it then?
Not particularly, but the more experienced you become, the less
¿Le
effort
creemos
it
o no le
takes to charm
creemos?
someone.
Al final
Some
me va a
of the
tener que caer
elders
bien.
can even do it to complete strangers.
Hussar? What?
I knew you were going here tonight, and I thought I should stay close in case of... Lo and behold, I heard all the commotion from the garden and swooped in.
What do I do now?
Relax. First thing you do, I trust that you have something for me. The broad will wake up soon. She won't have any memory of what happened in the last few minutes, but she won't feel good about you. I can tell you that much. She will, of course, immediately go to check on Evgeny, who should be back at it in a few days. Needless to say, if I were you, I'd let the doctor handle that one. I'm sure he will just blame it all on snakes as usual.
I should go warn him.
That might be a good idea. Best to be done with this dreary business before
Le he mentido,
sunrise.
no sé si he hecho bien en no darle los documentos, ¿eh?
And if you ever get so ravenous again, might I suggest hunting rabbits in the forests and fields instead? Might not be the most nutritious nor pleasant of business, since you won't. However, it'll work as a last resort if you haven't managed to enchant a human under more private circumstances than tonight. I should get going too. Must have been a hell of a week, huh? Hang in there, sister. It gets easier.
Thank you, Hussar.
Good night, Lisa. Not a day without drama.
I should get out of here before it's too late. Time to head home. This garden's fragrance is heavenly. I'm so glad that turning into a vampire didn't affect my sense of smell. Such a big table. We had a samovar just like this in my old home. How I miss having evening tea with Kolya. I wonder how he is. The garden outside is gorgeous. I'd never leave it if I...
Pues nada, a casa. Qué fuerte. Ay, qué mal, qué mal, qué mal.
Evening, Doctor. Are you all right? You don't look so...
Yes, yes. Come, come. It's still hot.
All right.
I'd offer you some sushi and candy, but to eat solid food in our condition, you'd need a special pill.
I assume some kind of a digestive enzyme?
Precisely. Sometimes I forget how smart you are. So, how did you enjoy your first week as a parasite?
Excuse me?
Well, by the blush on your face, I assumed you'd fed on your first victim, have you not?
I did. Tonight I fed on my first victim.
Honestly, this is nothing to be ashamed of. It's just what we are. We are forced by nature to survive, but the sooner you accept it, the better.
It's not that simple.
That's true, or that they are simply the way they are. Not only that, but, unlike all the other parasites of the world, we don't even, at least they decompose and give back to Earth in a... We are the ultimate...
Let's say that's true. There isn't all that much you and I...
That's where you're wrong. We can still contribute to this world. We can do some real good here, Lisa.
Visto así no
Trust
está tan
me.
mal, ¿no?
That's why I converted you. These must be your friends. Go and have some rest. And don't worry. I'll take care of everything.
Thank you, Doctor. Good luck.
It's all going to work itself out.
It's been a long night. I should get...
Vale, vamos a ver.
Too bad I can't... I wonder...
Sí, sí, pero bueno, es que es el que me ha dado casa, entonces tengo que vivir con él.
Lisa?
Hostia.
Lisa, are you all right?
Wow.
Yes, father.
Oye, este juego me está encantando, ¿eh? Me está
Sorry,
encantando.
father. I'm all better now. No, thank you. It's just... I don't think I want to go tomorrow.
What? Why not?
It's just... I don't know if I'm ready. The competition is so high. The odds of me getting in the academy are practically none. What if I don't know any answers? What if I fail miserably, tarnish both my reputation and the family name?
Lisa, look at me, dear. Lord knows I haven't always been the most compassionate parent. Perhaps I've picked a stick over a carrot more often than I should have. And
Dad,
as little consolation as it is, I know at least you can trust my words when I say this. With the exception of some occasional disciplinary warnings. You've been a truly remarkable student. You've brought home nothing but perfect marks. You know your history more than well enough to not repeat. I've never seen a more dedicated... You've dreamt about
Vaya
being
papa
a
más
doctor
majo,
as
tocarlo,
early
¿no?
as... If someone can
Luego se
pass this
convierte en un
exam and
alcohólico.
get in, it's... If anyone deserves to be there. That's all I have to say.
do you really believe that?
Give me a minute. Where the hell did I put it?
Dad, what are you looking for?
Aha! There it is. There. This is something I was going to give you when you got your notice of acceptance.
Oh.
Dad, it's so beautiful. It must have cost a fortune. But what if I don't get in? I can't accept this.
I always knew that you'd pass with flying colors. That's why I bought it early. I wanted to give it to you as a reminder of us when you move to the capital to study. This way, you will always have your family to support you. We'll be...
I don't know what to say. Thank you. Something's not right. Hussar? This wasn't even funny the first time. What is this?
La misma cosa con la que me quemé el hombro. Ay, qué chungo. Ay.
What are you? How are you doing that?
The time is nigh. The dead sent you.
What are you talking about? Ah!
Kupala's night we will meet again. What you owe will be returned.
Tenía que haberle preguntado quién era.
Was that real?
Lisa? Is everything all right? I thought I heard something. I'm coming in. What happened?
A strange shadow appeared out of nowhere. It spoke of a debt and Kupala Night. Does any of this make sense to you?
It's true that Kupala's night is coming soon. All kinds of unholy things crawl out from their dens around
Suena
then.
maravilloso esto, ¿eh?
You had an encounter with an entity like this before, haven't you? Could be a nav that made a bond with you that way.
A nav?
A dead soul that can't find rest and causes trouble in the realm of the living.
Kind of reminds of us a little, does...
Interesting perspective. I am hardly an expert on the supernatural, which is... Science always made more sense to me than all that. Which actually brings me to my point. I would advise to find a book on the subject and learn more before Kupala Night comes.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll keep that in mind.
I heard that Roman in the bookshop just received some new papers on hematology from Germany. I believe they should be able to push me over the fence. I'd get them myself, but I'm so swamped lately.
Certainly. I'll pick them up for you.
Much obliged. Here, that should be enough to buy them. Well, I'd better get back to it. Let me know when you get the materials back from the bookshop.
Will do.
Bueno, ahora no voy a leer. ¿Por qué tiene una corona? Quiero saberlo.
Hello, little dove.
No me lo va a decir.
Good night, little dove.
No mail for me this time.
¡Hostia! Me han matado por intentar robar. Me hacen ver otra vez esta escena por no haber
Lisa?
guardado. ¿No me la puedo saltar?
Are you all right?
No me la puedo saltar.
Yes, Father. Sorry. No,
What?
It's just, you only...
Lisa, Lord, no. Perhaps
Dad.
as little consolation as it is, with the you've been a you've brought. You know, I've never you dreamt. If give me a minute. Where the hell did I put it?
Dad, what are you looking for?
Aha! There it is. There.
Dad, but...
I walk this way. You'll...
Madre mía. Es verdad, a mi puerta da un poco de miedo. Es cierto, es cierto.
Hussar? What is... What are...
The time.
Responde lo mismo.
Coop, what?
Was that real?
Lisa, I thought I heard. What?
A strange shadows.
All kind. You had an encounter. Could be a.
How serious?
Let's say I am hard science, which actually bring.
Thank you, Doctor.
I heard that Roman in the bookshop just. I believe I'd get them myself.
Certain.
Much obliged. Well, I better.
Will do. Too bad I can't see my reflection in mirrors anymore. I wonder if I will want...
Hello, Lisa. Good choice.
Por si acaso. Soy de Madrid.
Welcome to the Book Emporium, Madame. My name is Roman. If you have any questions at all, I'm right here at your service. Good evening. What a delight to welcome in.
The novelty might wear off quickly. I feel like I'll be...
That's music to my ears.
Lisa.
How may I help you today, Lisa?
I'm looking for something. I have a bit of an odd...
That's usually the best.
Do you have any books about...
A challenge. It's been a minute since any... Just give me one...
¿Te gusta la adaptación de Nosferatu?
There it is.
Seguro que sí.
Personal collection. Let me know if you'd like to purchase it.
I'm looking for... I'm actually an apprentice to Dr. Volkov. He sent me over hoping you might have some fresh medical papers.
Of course. Dr. Schultz's new work on hematology, isn't
Castillo de
it?
noche no, por un cementerio sí.
Groundbreaking work.
That's right. I didn't realize you were well versed in medicine.
I'm really not. I just have a habit of skimming through everything I sell it. Anyway, I actually already stashed the book for Pavel. I just head into the back room. It should be right by the door.
What a nice gesture. I'm sure the doctor will appreciate it.
The pleasure.
May I see what you have?
Certainly.
Oh, tiene rimas lindas de... Oh, el retrato... Hostia, yo quiero todos estos libros. Es que... Bueno, este me lo tengo que comprar sí o sí. No me quedaba más remedio. Guau. Quiero todos estos libros.
Enjoy.
The faux birds in the cages are so lifelike. Odd choice. So this is where it's a bit of a mess, but... This room must serve as both bedroom and storage room. I sense Roman's not very good at separating his work and personal life. Findings on hematology by Dr. Schultz. Brilliant! That's what I was looking for. The world map. Rome. I wonder how difficult it is to travel as a vampire. One would have to be shipped in
Supones
their
bien
own
si has visto
coffin,
Drácula
wouldn't
de Bram Stoker, Lisa. Pues porque nunca he entrado en un castillo de noche.
I did. Thank you again for keeping it for us. Dr. Volkov will be delighted.
Please send him my regards.
No, no quiero hacerme invisible. Es muy cansado. Hostia, este casi me ve.
Nice evening, isn't it?
Muy bonito, preciosa.
The lights are on. Someone must be... Anastasia did invite me over for dinner, but I can't show up and maybe I could get a little something for her at the general store.
Me encanta, le robo un vestido, pero eso sí, si voy a cenar... No voy con las manos vacías. Por supuesto que sí. Anda, puedo visitar el bosque ahora. Antes no podía. ¿Puedo meterme en una barca? Ah, no, no puedo. Yo pensaba que sí, pero no.
Oh, I didn't expect to find anyone out here in this hour.
My lady, you scared me. I thought a Rusalka had finally come for her pound of flesh.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
That's all right. It's just my old mind being foolish.
Is that your boat out there?
Aye. I decided to port better for the townfolk to use when I'm not around than for it to gather dust inside my hut.
That's very kind of you. Are there even fish out at this hour?
Of course. Some critters only come out when it's dark. And others when it rains. I don't know why.
You seem to know quite a bit of...
As I should. It was my papa that taught me everything. I try to go out on the lake as often as my body, which is getting less often.
The Countess keeps you busy?
No, I have a good life, really.
You can be honest with me, Trophy.
I'm alright, really. But if I may ask you, this isn't the sort of place
Just exploring the area. Still trying to get used to my new home.
That makes sense. There is some beauty to be found. Still, your nice clothes in this...
You mentioned Rusalkas earlier. Do you...
In fact, I know it to be true.
And yet you live to tell me?
I know more about monsters than you might. I knew the tricks it was trying to play on me, and in the end, I was able to ignore its call. It's almost like she's waiting for her chance again, for me to let my guard down. But I haven't yet. Old Trofim is not like a fish.
Maybe you can take me one day.
Oh, no.
I promise. Your boat is far finer than the...
It would be nice to have someone out there for a change.
Hola, Betesifinus. Bueno, mándame un mensaje si quieres y cuéntame y te digo. Y sí, ella es... El personaje este del juego es vampiro. Betesifil, soy de Madrid.
Perhaps you can join me for one of those nights.
Muchas gracias a todos los que vais entrando en todas las partes.
But if you ever do come fishing...
Noted.
Now, if you don't mind, if I don't, I'll miss my chance to earn myself some fine trophies.
Then don't let me keep...
Thank you. It's been good speaking with you. Should you want to talk more, my cabin's at the edge of the forest near the manor. You're welcome to stop by after I finish my daily duties for the Countess.
Thank you, Trophy. I'll see if my schedule allows it.
Qué curioso. Puedo llegar a un montón de sitios por aquí.
It's too dark. I don't want to stumble on a branch and break my neck. It's too dark. I don't...
No puedo. No es tan fácil, Lo de cazar conejos.
It's too dark. I don't want to stumble on a branch
Ya sé
and
lo que
break
está
my neck.
pasando.
How did it become so dark so quickly? These woods grow thick in an instant.
Quería alimentarme de los conejos, pero no he podido. Ya sé por qué.
Even as a vampire, I wouldn't risk straying far from the path here.
¿A dónde estoy yendo? Aquí es donde he quedado con el monstruo. Al concierto de cine en Madrid. Tofi me invita a eso y vamos, me caso. Tampoco sé si eso, ¿no? Pero... Me he bebido un conejo. He obtenido nihilismo. Aquí... Pero ni siquiera le he matado al conejo, o sea... ¿Por qué parece tan horrible si el conejo sigue vivo? Y ahora como vuelvo, no sé volver a mi casa. Ah, vale, porque estoy en modo vampiro. Vale. ¿Cómo salgo del bosque? No logro salir del bosque. Me he perdido en el bosque, chicos. Es que me he perdido, en el bosque. O sea, no es coña. No sé salir. No sé salir, chicos. Ahora. Era como que había que hacer una diagonal, ¿sabéis? Bueno, mirad, estoy súper bien alimentada, eso es bueno. Me he tomado un conejo y me he quedado súper bien. Me pregunto si me puedo subir a la barca. Uy, ¿puedo mirar el lago?
What? If I try to make myself fly across the lake, I simply
No
can't.
puedo. Y estos ríos infranqueables en Vampiro la mascarada, esto de no poder cruzar agua.
Looks like if I want to cross a body of water, I have to do it like any other.
Ay. A ver qué pasa si me subo a la barca. Bueno, no, hoy no. Tengo demasiadas cosas que hacer. A ver, vamos a ver qué le gusta a Anastasia, porque me han dicho que le tengo que comprar un regalo. Bueno, ya no necesito la lámpara. A ver. Hay gente a la que todavía no he conocido, chicos. ¿Dónde está Anastasia? No tengo más páginas. Uy, va, me he quedado sin luz. Un segundo. al automoz tengo que configurarlo mejor. Vale, pues... ¿Y me puedo alimentar de palomas? No me dejan. Anda.
Say what you want about bureaucrats, but the workers here do seem...
Igualitos que los funcionarios actuales.
Say what you want about bureaucrats.
¿Qué es este sitio? ¿Y por qué estoy aquí?
Town's founding merchants. Those faces look familiar.
Seguro que no.
Of course. The painting and the...
Lo sabía. Lo sabía.
Craftsmanship is stunning. The craftsmanship is stunning.
Tengo que configurar el automoz para que podáis...
Doctor? Dr. Volkov?
How may I assist you?
I brought the hematology research you asked for from the bookstore.
Ah, splendid. Thank you, Lisaveta. How is old Roman doing?
He seems well. Quite an amusing fellow.
Indeed. Don't know how I would ever get by without his foreign literature section. Was there anything else, my dear?
That's all, Doctor.
Very well.
Roman didn't lie. There's a lot of information.
Yo tampoco como carne. Pero es verdad que sí que como algo de pescado. Bueno, chicos, pues lo vamos a ir dejando por aquí, ¿vale? Porque tengo muchos frentes abiertos ahora mismo y como tengo todavía que trabajar en el próximo vídeo y hacer varias cosas, pues seguiré en otro momento. Uy, no quería mirar los ajustes. Ahora juego. Pues nada, muchísimas gracias por pasaros por aquí y que os lo paséis bien, que tengáis un buen fin de semana.